Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So, before the Battle of the Eagle and Lion could take place, if I remember correctly, yeah, we've got some paradox to do. First up, we've got one dealing with Ingrid and Dorothea and Ingrid's whole family situation and why Dorothea is such a great friend. But, again, this is something I didn't think Three Houses would do, but I'm very glad it did, where other characters from other houses, obviously like support together and have some paradox together. And I really like this because I was under the assumption that it would be mostly focused on just characters within that specific house, but no. So that I really, really liked. I liked Dorothea and Petra's relationship. Ingrid's relationship. It's really nice because obviously Dorothea is very flirty and very, very alluring and all that jazz, whereas Ingrid's a bit more stoic. But at the same time, she cares for they both care for each other, and while Ingrid is also more mature, at the same time Dorothea is not going to back down for anything. She's going to back up her BFF. So that's really cool. And I love the way they come off interact with each other. It's really, really great stuff. And the parallel itself is actually, it is actually interesting. It's not just random shit. Like, again, with the live stream, Sylvain's one was really, really, really cool. But the other one's actually interesting. It is about a moral dilemma about her family because, she wants to be in, they want to be in a better position. She's the only one with the power to do so through marriage. That's not her goal, but at the same time, it would benefit her family greatly. It's just a case of you should have to give up her hopes and dreams. So it is unfortunate.
Let me see.
And obviously Dorothea's like, honey, you just gotta do what you want to do. Obviously it's different for Dorothea because she doesn't really, she doesn't have that whole family issue tying her down and stuff like that. So, it's interesting and it's just really, really cool. And the chapter itself, I swear to God, it's like not recycled or heavily inspired by Incandescent Glow from Radiant Dawn. For those who don't remember, that's the one when you go into the catacombs against the Benyon army and you're in the lava place. Yeah, it's that chapter.
Yes, that sounds about right. The jerk.
Oh, honestly, what an asshole. Yeah, and obviously Dorothea knows him because Dorothea's been around because... even though Dorothea's poor, commoner, not poor, and even though she's a commoner, the fact that she was a singer and in the opera, obviously she will garner her quite a bit of attention because usually when you're famous or in a famous profession, people sometimes don't care about your background, they just care about the person you are now. So in Dorothea's case, look, I'm a singer now and that's what matters. Yeah, and people are like, oh god, she's a singer and she's sexy, I want her. She's like, sorry honey, I'm Violet only or maybe Ferdinand depending on who supports me, and Casper if I'm feeling it. And who knows, maybe someone else.
I think it still might be worth investing.
I can't remember. Does she support? I think she can support the Sylvain. I imagine she could, but you have to wait and see. So yeah, we're just going to help out. But also, we find out that the way they generated money, her suitor, was actually through very dastardly deeds and obviously very underhanded stuff. And the family's like, wait, we can't be associated with that. So yeah, just begin the battle. So yeah, so you have two things: either get Ingrid to the objective or you rout the enemy. Obviously, because it's me, I'll rout the enemy. Ingrid's and Dorothea are required for this chapter. Everything else you can do by yourself. I personally, good movement helps because obviously get across the lava and help people and get across the lava and just deal with the enemy. The enemy variety here is alright. It's not huge. There's not really many magic units. It's mostly just physical. So good tanks help. But also actually good range people help because a lot of the time the enemies are very melee focused. So you can pick them off or hit them with melee attacks without any worry whatsoever. Good speed helps too because a lot of the enemies are pretty fast. So obviously here I've got Shamir, I've got Casper, I've got Ferdinand just to be the tank. I've got myself, obviously Petra because Petra just outspeeds everything. So yeah. The power log itself is pretty good overall. Well, for Three Houses standards. And there's treasure to get to. There's a lot to do in this chapter and a lot to consider. So towards the end, it starts getting a bit barren, especially because there's respawning units. You may have to backtrack if you want to. But overall, I think it's pretty good. Not the best in Three Houses, but good overall. And very much like Incandescent Glow from Radiant Dawn. It's good. It's just not amazing. I also take this opportunity to train Flame, which in the pathway that I'm doing where I side with Edelgard, that's kind of pointless, all things considered. So yeah, now we just So obviously, I see a lot of them they're just physical only. So obviously, going with the ranged attacks and fuck them up, as Dorothea is doing. Well, yeah, there she goes. Oh god, Dorothea's just awesome. Even in the live stream against the Battle Eagle and Lion, she was pretty awesome. But I'm probably thinking I'm just going to weaken people so I can get some EXP. Which, I'm cool with. Because I do, yeah, I do think I really try and train Flynn. Obviously, yeah, treasure chests and stuff on, so keep an eye out for that.
To work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who to attack with. Because again, I'm trying to primarily train Flame. But then again, also Shamir improve. I don't know what it is about Shamir and Gauntlets. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe something to give her a bit more speed. Oh, it fucking get kicked in the face. Shamir is like the ultimate badass. I love it. She is just so damn cool. Like, my god, she is cool. Yeah. So, probably, if any, yeah, alright. I reckon yeah. Oh well. Oh no, Steelbow. So, I like this chapter, but it's again, it's not the worst paralogue, it's not the best either, it's just kind of, I wouldn't say it's just there, it's nice, especially from the story and character implications. That's the real highlight for me, because it's just really, really nice to see, what do you call it? Dorothy and Ingrid just interact, because again, I didn't know there were BFFs. I assumed Ingrid was like, I don't know, I know Mercedes and Annette are BFFs, but I didn't know Dorothea was. Like, I'm interested to know, like, how people feel from other houses. Obviously if I supported or I did more of the houses, I'd know. Like, for example, I can imagine maybe, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, maybe Bernadette is actually good friends with Marianne or something. Again, I'm just grasping at straws. Maybe Sylvain and Ferdinand are good friends. Maybe Casper and Raphael are good friends. Again, all that is just that it's contemplating. Like, you know, how do they get along? Because I've recently figured out that Dimitri and Edelgard are half siblings. So, you know, and that was interesting. So, oh, okay, I had no idea. So, I am interested. Again, I don't. Yeah, you don't have to put it in the comments because I'll find out eventually. But it'll just be interesting to see how characters from Three Houses. Because yeah, I look forward to doing that when I and playing with the chest. I've got a killer axe. Let's go. Oh boy. So yeah, thankfully Petra will not be doubled because again, that's the one stat Petra just excels in like no other. Like, I think even again, I reckon by the time I reach the time skip, I still think my Petra will have better speed than my Felix. Because Petra's speed is stupid. Honest to God. Again, her res is bad and the defense isn't the best. But I swear Felix's defense is a fucking joke. But at the same time, you know, it works. Oh yeah. So yeah, respawning units. Best thing to do is obviously split the army up, I feel. One take the right, one take the bottom, and then color merge at the bottom right. See? So yeah, just do that and you should be all good. But this is a good chat. Okay, also, because of the lava tiles and the respawning units, medics, you know, definitely invest in some good medics, I recommend. So, yeah. Ingrid or Casper? Yeah, Casper. With Gauntlets, I imagine? Yeah, I remember oh, no, it's Axe. No, Gauntlets, yeah. Oof, yeah. I swear to God. Casper, he is so crit happy. He just loves to crit so often. Like, even though there's not the big crit rate, he just loves to do it. And look, his defense is catching up, so I'm happy. The defense is, yeah, we're getting there. And there goes Ingrid. Well, she has a good speed stat too, but in this particular instance, Ingrid here comes with a still on, so accuracy and thing aren't the best. She has good damage though, so yeah. Oh, fucking. There's also another thing I like about Three Houses, how certain classes have certain divisions when it comes to gambits, which is pretty cool. Again, I think that's a nice detail because it makes the gambits a bit more, and it makes the classes you pick a bit more impactful because, you know, it's not like you just give anyone a Pegasus Knight thing and ow! Yeah, it's not like you can just give it to anyone, so I like that, like Pegasus Knights only, and it is quite useful. It's the little things, ladies and gentlemen. Again, say it once, I said it again. It's the little things in life. Now it goes after me. Question is, will he land? 30% to maybe. Maybe not. I mean, when it comes to this chapter, I mean, that's my strategy. I did the same thing in the live stream, but do you guys do anything different? Do you just focus on one side specifically and then make a move when as a team altogether? Or do you, again, split the team up? It is pretty interesting to see this type of map in Three Houses, because, again, I've noticed that Fire Emblem does like to do its lava levels. Like, Binding Blade, there's chapter... What the fuck was that? There was chapter 8X. Blazing Sword, there's the one with Elowood where you've got to get to Rondell. You know, figures. Oh, there goes the crit again. And give back the HP. The Sacred Stones has what's its name? What is its name? The one with the monsters, the Gorgon eggs, yeah. Path of Radiance doesn't have one. Oh, poor Flame. She couldn't move that fast. Path of Radiance doesn't have one, but Radiant Dawn is Incandescent Glow. I don't think Shadow Dragon has one. They're trying to flank from the back. Yeah, actually might be worth actually investing in Thingy's Lance rank and also her riding so she can become a Bone Knight at Masterclass. If you want. Son of a bitch. Also, that's a cool looking machete he's got there. I'm probably going to get hit by this. Yeah. Fucking hell. And again, I swear to God, Petra sounds like Camilla when she screams. It's just an observation. Should have really stuck to Bo, but oh well. Yeah, you live and learn. Yeah, that's the one benefit about doing Black Eagles first. I've just learned so much. And then now, when I do Blue Lions, there's so much I can just do preemptively. Like, again, I just steamrolled that Battle of the Eagle and Lion. And even the chapter with the Wyverns wasn't too bad, which we'll be covering. Not next time, not next episode. Hammer down! But next chapter, we're doing Alois and Shamir's Paralog. One of my absolute favorites. I really like it. One of the most challenging, but also one of my favorites. But challenging can be good. Yeah, obviously you gotta watch out for that. I kind of missed the meteor effect, where they shot up. So yeah, boom, bitch. That has to, and then that was weird. Just kind of like quickly skipped into the animation. I'm confused, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah, Nosferatu, of course. I kind of like how now Nosferatu is just becoming a standard cleric spell instead of like just a dark spell that was even then was rarely featured, not counting Awakening and stuff like that. Because in the other games, Nosferatu wasn't featured frequently. Awakening is where you got it a lot, and then Awakening was fucking nuts. Oh, what a skill! What a skill! Yeah, and give Fadra and Henry that, and they're good, especially if you forge it. I remember I forged Fadra one with like a really high crit rate, and holy crap! Talk about soloing. It was just nuts. So yeah, there goes Petra. I will say though, when it comes to like, again, I know once I beat Three Houses I'm probably going to take a break because each game is just a massive, massive undertaking. So, but probably next time I play it, I'll either run the classes that they're just better designed for. Like I like Pegasus Knight is probably better than Swordmaster, all things considered, but Petra is just kind of more designed to be Swordmaster. Same way, I'm trying to think, like, I'll try to obviously make Hubert the Dark Mage. Casper I might go Warrior, and Edelgard, because I know Edelgard kind of has like an affinity for being an armor. And usually I do love armor units, but when I saw like what happens if she changed, she lost her speed drop from like 21 to 60, and I was like, oh fuck that, no. Like, I love armor units, but I'm not losing 5 speed for the sake of armor. So obviously, it'll be again. That's one of the things that's so great about Three Houses. You can experiment with different classes. Because again, I've heard Ferdinand's a really good armor unit. I wouldn't. Yeah, it's like if that's the case, cool. I had no idea, but apparently he is. So yeah. And again, I'd love to see. Again, I can imagine. Obviously, there's going to be meme runs, but even then, it'll just be interesting to see how different units function as different classes. It'll be cool. Like, again, I'm interested to see. Like, let's say you did Archer, like Armor Knight Petra with extremely high speed, or you did like say Marianne as I'm trying to think. Marianne is a sniper and she learns waning shot, so she can add what do you call it? She can add her magic stat to her bow attacks, so stuff like that, kind of like the Hexblade. So yeah, stuff like that would be very interesting. Petra with she's got a tiny little shield, she's just adorable. So yeah, 23 speed, level 15, fuck yeah. I think Felix might have better speed, but I think Felix is also a bit frailer. And probably has, no, his res is probably about the same, but I reckon he's frailer, like less HP and less defense. Methinks, at least, methinks. Because Petra's defense isn't exactly stellar, but I don't think it's as bad as Felix. I could be completely wrong. Yeah. So, and Ferdinand, oh, don't worry, Ferdinand. You get a lot better when you become, not even when you become a Cat Paladin, just when you start nearing off level 20. You get to like again, his defense and stuff and his speed just get a massive boost. I imagine like a lot of characters. Like imagine people like say, well, actually we'll talk about that next time because we've got to stop now. So anyway, next time we come back, we're going to finish up the rest of this chapter. We're going to get a lovely little interaction with Ingrid and Dorothea and just see their relationship flourish. But until then, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care and good night, everyone.